shelter with Miss Terri. Me and Miss Terri are going to talk about canines and felines. Okay, time to start. Do you know all the kinds of canines and felines?
As far as the breeds, yes, I know most of them, but some of them are very new, and maybe I don't know all of them. But yeah, the main ones in the AKC breeds, yes.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have a favorite kind of cat or dog?
Well, my favorite dog that I had for 10 years, I adopted it here when he was 5 years old, was a Labrador.
Oh,
A yellow lab.
I like labs.
I had him until he was 15 years old, and he got too old to live anymore. He had to go to heaven. But that's my favorite dog. My favorite cat I had, it was a Siamese mix.
Siamese. I like Siamese.
Yeah. What about you?
I have a beagle. He is 14 years old. This year he'll be 15.
That's pretty old.
So Becca said that you times it by like 7s or 4s or something.
That's
Becca's
right.
my other sister. She was like the smartest person in the world.
I think you might be.
Well, maybe we're both. Well, but she said he was like 97 years old.
That's right.
So, my favorite dog is a, what's my favorite dog? I really, really, really like golden labs.
Yeah.
And my favorite cats are Siamese and hairless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People that are allergic to animals, those are very good for them.
The hairless cats. Because they don't have the fur, and most people are just allergic to the fur.
To the dander.
Yeah.
You know what that is.
Yeah. Not really just the animal, but more of the dandruff and the fur and stuff.
So people that are allergic can also adopt animals. We get poodles in here sometimes. Those are good for people with allergies. And then, like you say, we have had maybe 2 hairless cats since we've been here. We've been open for 26 years.
Wow.
It's a long time.
Next time you get a hairless cat, go to Animal Austin Facebook and try to hit us up and so that we can come back and see it, because I want to see a live hairless cat.
Okay.
So how do animals get here?
Okay. This shelter has 4 animal control officers that when we get a call and somebody says there's a stray dog in their yard or a stray cat in their yard, we give the call to the officer. They go out and pick it up, and then they bring it to us. If we know who the owner is, we talk to the owner and we tell them that they've got 6 working days to come reclaim their animal. If they don't reclaim their animal, then we put it up for adoption. And right now we're doing very well with adoptions. The adoptions cost $25 for a dog or a puppy.
Okay.
And it's $10 for a cat or a kitten.
Okay.
All right.
So how long do y'all keep them? Like, what happens if no one comes to adopt them?
We keep them certainly as long as we can, but there's only so much space back there. And we get lots of calls from people with problem animals. So when we get our 18 runs filled up there for dogs, how are we going to pick up another dog and put it in the shelter? How are we going to do that? Well, unfortunately, the answer is at this point in our life of the animal shelter is we have to put animals to sleep. And that's not a fun thing. That's a very sad thing. It's a sad thing for me. It's a sad thing for our staff. And you know what causes that? You know what causes us to have to put animals down? You know? Irresponsible owners. If owners would keep their animals in their house like y'all do, we wouldn't have this problem. And I wish that we could be put out of business. I do. So, That's the reality right now for us. Now, we're not called a no-kill shelter. The difference between us and a no-kill shelter is it's a very fine line, okay? No-kill shelters do have to put animals to sleep, but it's only about 10%. We haven't quite reached that number. We're working towards it though, and we're getting closer and closer. So that's my goal, is to put as few animals to sleep as possible.
Same.
Mhm.
So, if you get an animal that's paw got a really sharp stick stuck in it, what would y'all do to help it?
Well, we would have to take it to a veterinarian because we're not veterinarians. And that would be the proper thing to do, is get the right kind of care.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is being an irresponsible owner?
Okay. Irresponsible owners, several different things they do. Okay. They don't get their animals spayed or neutered. They don't give them the shots that they need. They don't get them wormed. And so part of that causes them to not be a healthy animal. The other part of being irresponsible is letting your dog out and then not knowing where it's going. If it's not spayed or neutered, then it's liable to have babies at some point because it's been loose and unattended. Okay? So being a responsible pet owner involves doing all of those things that we just talked about. Get them spayed and neutered, get their shots, keep them in your house or have them in a good pen outside, or even never put them in a pen or definitely not a chain. Okay? Put them on a leash and walk them yourself. And that gives the dog exercise and it gives you exercise.
And if a dog is a really good jumper that can just jump out of its pen, like my sister Lauren's dog.
That's why you need to keep it on a leash and take it outside.
So she finally got a top on
for
it. So
that's a good thing.
And pinned it down to the cage so that it can't jump out anymore.
That's a
I'm
wonderful
glad
thing.
of that, because one time we came home and their dog wasn't in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
So then as soon as Lolo got out, it came running towards Lolo from like some direction, I don't know. But so she finally got that taken care of.
And that's being a responsible pet owner.
What is a puppy mill?
Okay. Puppy mills are irresponsible people and owners. Okay. What they do is they breed their animals so that they'll have lots and lots of puppies, and they don't necessarily give them all the health stuff that they need, the vaccines and the wormings, and they keep them in tiny cages for all of their life. Okay? And that is not a good thing. That makes the animal kind of unfriendly at times. They also don't get it groomed, so they get all matted and gnarled and ugly looking. People don't see these things. They don't show them the dogs that are being bred. They just show them the cute little puppies. And a lot of times these puppies are very ill because they're not in good conditions. Okay? That's a puppy mill. Now, why they exist is because pet stores take animals from puppy mills to sell to people like us. And they don't have good health records on them. They just charge lots of money for them, which isn't right. When you can go to a shelter and adopt them for not that much money and have a fairly healthy animal, and you're helping the people out here in the county by adopting those animals.
Okay, so there you go. If you want another furry friend, go to your local shelter and adopt one, because they're better to adopt. So, once again, this is Adam Boston saying, meow.